and welcome to another edition of Egerton Shabba and Tell It to Rachel show. Please, we encourage you now for make una share this video, una share the live. We get a big allegiance. We can talk to when a senior man, the All People's Party, APC, National Publicity Secretary, we can talk to when I Sidi Tunis. This is on a day when I welcome to this program. Mina Egerton Shabba, and I'm there live and direct with my co-host Rachel Bangura Davis. Tell it to Rachel. Welcome again, Rachel.
Welcome. Thank you, and welcome to the viewers. Them una all welcome. Me na Rachel Bangura Davis, and of course we always do combined program now, so that we go able to get the impact where we want, and able for pass on the message and what we want in a very, very effective way. So if you just joining in this platform, you are welcome. For the first time, welcome. And I ask on all for share the video, like the video, and also wanna continue for follow with different platforms. Them like Egerton Shabba don't say today we get what other big fish that the APC party. Today na a power-packed information, 9 we can share na this program today. We can deal with issues that would make headlines inside this week. Power-packed information. So I think say no one for miss this. As we get to the road of the 2023 election, June 24. We can talk to one big person inside the APC, one of the opposition party. So once again, I want to welcome on all on board this platform. Thank you.
Okay, now we bring we big allegation on this platform when I see at Tunis. Yes, Sidi at Tunis, welcome. These are the first and this way you come on the platform. You don't come and reach the platform, but these are two combined platforms they host you today. Welcome to this program, Sidi at Tunis.
Thank you very much for getting me. I'm very happy for there. And like you said, today is my first day, and I look forward to very interactive, very informative program. I'm excited for the with you.
I like the way how you relax, because when I saw it, I will let somebody kind of book platform. If I feel comfortable, we make you relax. No one tension now. So I like the way you relax.
Yes, yes.
Right. Sidi, for where una do a convention to now, family do one for know what you don't put in place for me to up to June 24.
Well, thank you very much. Since the convention, of course, you will not say we don't get.
We're not to get clear. We're not to get clear. Yeah.
Thank you very much. You know, they get me now.
Yes, you're loud and clear. Yeah.
All right. Since the convention, of course, say we don't get executive them in place now, and at all levels, from the world level all the way to national level, and of course we don't get with flag bearer and we running mate. But in addition to that, we also don't get campaign committees now where they look at different aspects. We get the National Campaign Committee, we're headed by Honorable Kombo Kamara, and we also get different committees. One, they look at fundraising. We get the one where they look at publicity and media, where in a media head. And you get others where they look at polling agents, everything we get for do with election day, management. You also get different committees where they look at different aspects of the campaign. So we get all of them structures in this setup from the list level all the way up to national level. And we meet regularly, we strategize, and we don't begin for implement some of their strategies. Then someday we go be loud, someday we not go be loud. We not covert, implementation we do. But the loud one, them, people in communities, go they fill them. But for now, we very much focus on the cards, the card collection, the issues then where they come up on the cards, and how they address the issues then they. And I want to let people know, say very soon, maybe within the next 1 or 2 days, the party they come out with a very strong position on the voter ID cards then, because there are so many issues, and some of the issues then they get a tendency for undermine the credibility of the entire election itself. And we as a major political party feel say some of the issues then they need for be adequately addressed before we even talk about going into elections. So of course, we catalog them all and the party will come out with a position. But in the meantime, we encourage people.
I think so. Get phone call.
Yeah, yeah, go on.
You will not collect your card or go collect your card. It's very, very important that you do, because not only that will give you the authority for let you able to vote. We no one for miss anybody out, because it's very, very important that we all vote, because we as a party say the majority of we will suffer. The majority of we want for see we country develop. The majority of we want for see transformation way inclusive of every Sierra Leonean, regardless of which region, which tribe, or which political party you belong to. The majority of we want for see that every Sierra Leonean get the opportunity for a harness in fullest potential as a citizen of this nation. We want for see change. And for let we get that change, we get for votes. And for let we vote, we just get for collect with cards. So we continue for encourage people for collect them cards. Then we go deal with the issues them way they around the card business.
Okay, Sidi, who side the party stand now? Because we see press release where they issue out about this rally where they don't ban the rally first. Now they say now the rally they go on, but we see some restriction inside this press release. Who side the party don't stand now? And still going with the restriction and they
restriction on
of the ban, the rally.
No, first of all, I mean, as soon as I've done the follow up, the PPRC not get any legal mandate for ban anybody from or stop anybody from rallying. The issue on rally now something we enshrined in the constitution of this country. Political parties get a mandate for campaign. The ECSL get for put out dates for campaign. How political parties can go about their campaign is left to them. As long as they don't violate the laws of the country, the provisions of the Constitution, Electoral Acts, and even PPRC, the EU Act, I don't see how anybody will come dictate how parties they for go about for do their campaigns. Rallies are part of campaign in this country. That is one aspect of it. And the legal aspect also is another. Me now one person will take part by the amendment of the PPRC Act. This new act we then get now, so we don't go through parliamentary president or sign. The issue of rallies, for ban rallies, been come up when we be the amender act day. And I will safely say now that overwhelmingly, all of who have been participants, we outrightly reject that idea with the exception of the SFPP. Everybody else been rejected. Civil society, political parties that we've been doing, we all reject. Now that make that particular thing not ever make them the PPRC Act. So as far as legality, the PPRC chairman not get any legal grounds for ban rallies unilaterally or just by mere agreement or MOU with political parties that don't sign as how it is claimed. So we not a countenance down there. We don't make them very clear that will continue to rally as long as it don't violate the laws. We see say it don't begin for backtrack. on that. Now you don't come out with guidelines, telling people not for blow horn, telling people not for whistle. I mean, these are all taking away the rights of the citizens of this country. We all know, say, campaign, ECSL, they designate days them for let political parties, then campaign. And the citizens of this country, now one way, that one, the way that they become fully participatory in the democratic process, but take part by then campaign rallies then they. So if you say the citizens they're not for rally, or if then the rally said first enough for blow whistle, first enough for blow horn, first able, so what you go say about other people where they rally, where they play loud music than our speakers, where they sing, I mean we left them things they are so. We not gonna be a part to anything absolutely where they take away the rights of the citizens of this country, regardless of any political party. And I'm glad that even where some of you not be there at the meeting, the Secretary General of the SLPP asked them one question. You want for ban rally, just how you get for dual? How? This is the same question we asked the PPRC chairman, we up to now not able for answer it.
But see, since the PPRC they say all the political parties will not agree to say that the ban rally.
In the first place, with Secretary General we now attend that meeting, don't make and clear to we say you never agree. Okay, the PPRC say they sign documents. Me and say so many documents than the way PPRC always don't pull. I don't be a party to MOUs that we don't sign. And whenever people sign MOU, PPRC, they always release a press release where they show clearly the signatories to that MOU day. So if you feel say all the parties that sign, including the APC, make it simply put out the press release showing the signatories of all the one that we make that agreement day. But we Secretary General don't repeatedly tell we say, ever sign. And he asked questions, he raised concerns where the PPRC chairman not ever answer. And in the end, the PPRC tell them, say, well, we ECSL put out campaign calendar. We all as stakeholders, parties, security apparatus, civil society will go sit down and agree on how we get for do rallies.
So what's on a position now? What's on a position as a party? Whose position one I don't take now in terms of the restriction where PPRC don't pull out? What is your position as a party?
The position is we're not a countenance that one day, and we're not a go by Rachel. In the first place, let PPRC understand say there is already a ruling by the Supreme Court where very similar to what they want to do. In 2018, before the elections, the police they've been put out this thing say no motorcar, not for move on election day. When I remember that very well.
Right.
No motorcar, not for move. Now somebody take that matter to the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court don't rule say that in the way police then be do it unconstitutional. There is no provision in the Constitution where they bar citizens from driving on elections day. Now the same thing with this one. There is no provision in our Constitution in any of our electoral laws, including even PPRC the Act, where they say people don't for rally during campaigns.
So in other words, on a party they go ahead when the calendar come out, go ahead with the traditional rally where every political party we always they do what we know.
We'll go ahead within the confines of the laws. We'll go ahead by informing the police. Once we don't get with calendar, we don't get with routes, according to the provisions of ECSL, we'll go ahead with our rallies. And if the PPRC attempt, we will take them to court. In any way, if they attempt for stop, we will take legal action against them.
After una don't do a convention, we all know what's in the happen at the country now. We know the economic situation. We know everything. People that know what's in the go on. Even the last man person where they bien upline corner know they feel certain things them. So what's in now as soon as they plan all their strategy, then they make so. What's in because the SMPP they say Una don't lost track, una don't run out of messages, you guys don't have a message. So what's gonna put in place for ensure say you have something in as much as you're working behind the scene, in as much as they put some strategy there, but people also want to know, what's in the alternative. We were there on the fence. What is the alternative? If we don't want President Bio, what could be the alternative and why?
I mean, I always tell people and say, now we hand over power to President Bio. And the President Bio administration come into governance with false promises and misrepresentation of facts. Then convince the people of Sierra Leone on a lot of misrepresentation. Like, for instance, then present the situation as if our economic situation be so much worse in 2018 that they have a solution. We focus red and bottom. Comment. Rest was 200,000 before expected. Dollar was 7,500. They say the loss. Then go reach. They make all kinds of promises. Then go build 446 schools in all the world in this country. Then go build one senior secondary school in every constituency. That is 132 constituencies. Then go pay for every teacher. We want for pursue further education. The people of this country don't come from me now, all of them from this fault. The suffering in Sierra Leone is unbearable, and everybody feel that. Whether you the work, you know the work, everybody they feel that. And so we don't come back as government. We handle the power to President Bill. We don't come back for the people of this country an alternative to better life, an alternative to stronger economy, an alternative for unite we back, for let everybody in Sierra Leone see themselves as brothers and sisters, an alternative to giving a real quality education affordable, where go give every young girl opportunity for pursue a education to the highest level we want for it. We have those messages. We don't do them before, we do them again.
We wasted $68 million to bribe people who were hoarding loans to bring it into the banking system. And we spent $68.5 million that did a lot of good in this country, stabilized it, so that in this country now, you have rice. You go to Liberia, even to find rice, you can't. The point here then is, I ask myself, we have worked so hard during the past 2 years to build reserves for this country. Is it going to be sustainable for us to keep bribing people who take loans, and when we bribe them, they bring the loans and they take it back, then we have to bribe them again? So regardless of anything else, all the economic analysis that say you should redenominate under certain circumstances, the situation we faced in 2020, even if everything else had worked well, would have given me the reason to redenominate.
But it was, I don't know. Say this bank governor wanna we go. I don't know. Scott.
He need
to go back. He need to go back at the country. That money where he bribe, he need to pull up.
Well, the issue is here. First of all, let's say it can America, and me, I not think say I see him. I not think say because me
America, maybe go in make me as states where salute.
But where's Vula they come from the airport, capture them from the airport.
We need answer from the government. Why this man? Why what's wrong with this man? Where this man left Sierra Leone return back? What's this man return?
Well, the question is,
country. Will this man drive $68 million?
Egerton, the question is, first of all, whose evidence where we can say he don't left salon?
He might not left alone.
whose evidence we get? Like I say, when they come here.
The last time I see this man, I put the picture now. The last time this was see this man. When he snap put line on them. Now the last time this when me see him. When you say it go vacation. So where is this doing? We need to find this man.
Well, something they don't capture, he under siege.
This man need to go back to our country because I mean former governor will take $68 million for bribe. You know, these are the things where they talk on this platform. But I don't get it. People are still blind our country. This man takes $68 million for a bribe. $68 million for bribe. Then I don't understand how this government is going.
But well, you know, I mean, this government from the beginning don't deceive Salon people, and they've been, you know, and that's the trend and that's the pattern. But what I know, you know, what I know, say anybody with thief, anybody will mix pandara inside this government, anybody will kill, definitely it will be brought to book one finding. So that is what I know. So so some of the issues, so let's allow people in the keeper no more. Let the keeper, you know, the term go can't wait.
Maybe Sidi will can't say we inside the bank governor go because this
Sidi
man
also the bank governor go.
I need for the back because bank governor he need for the back. That's 68 million brother. This man I need for go back our country. Which side you go pull that money, brother money, you go drive. That money need for come back. Maybe Sidi will tell we later on. Yes, go ahead. Welcome back, Sidi. I was Sidi shaking. So Sidi. We got for investigating all. When APC, except this bank governor, we investigate all.
I mean, that are just one of the appointments that we all not able to understand. The monetary policy is just terrible. I mean, if I Egerton, it's not even just the 68 million where the governor used for bribe. We are a country, we all know, say, Salon, with infrastructure we will get, we are a cash-based economy. Now they're wrong. The business people, they rely on physical money, take their money, go buy, come sell, keep them profit, go back. The first blunder, they can't introduce a policy that if I have my money in the bank, I not for withdraw past $10,000. If I want for withdraw $10,000, I get for go first for explain to them a Bank of Salon what I want to do with the money, why they withdraw $10,000 for. More than that. That was the first. So a forestall businesses in that country, they completely. It make also people stop for care the money they're gonna bank. A lot of people stop because the businessman they afraid say if I go keep me $200,000-$300,000 in a bank, I want for take 100,000 for go shop. I get for take 2 weeks for go explain first to bank governor and convince them why I need for take 100,000. I don't need for carry money going to bank. So that creates a lot of shortage of foreign exchange. Then of course, it not be able for address that one day. It come back, it say it takes 68 million raw of we money for go bribe others according to him, so that they will bring the money in a bag. Now the question is, first of all, how you go able to determine how much foreign exchange being in a street? What you need for withdraw $68 million for go bribe people for bring back? That is one. Secondly, you don't withdraw 68 million, you don't go bribe people. How much were you able to recover? How much foreign exchange you able to recover from that bribe the way you go bribe? They're not able to tell me that one day, and we know say you not bribe nobody, you not recover nothing. Somebody or group of people don't eat $68 million of free money. That is one. Secondly, we come back to the money. They can't tell we say we need for change with currency and introduce a new loan. By now, the old loan not for the in circulation. Now the new loan we for don't they use from last year. But I go tell you something, Egerton, and this go interest you now for no say the old money where they not be once in circulation. A boku now in circulation past the new money.
So what's the impact what this new money creates now?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So it is as if we have some group of people. You know, it always they remind me of David Francis in a big phrase we use, criminal racketeering enterprise. That perfectly describe wetin dey happen under this current administration. Clearly, it befits them so much, that description dey, because just wetin I don explain so, there can never be some kind of organized crime in the manner in which we see with monetary policies, be carried out under this administration. You print money, you spend millions of dollars for print money. In less than 2 years, the money don short in circulation. The one wey you go want for get rid of, in boku now pass the old one. Which impact it created, only God knows. So when you go to bank now, they give more of the old currency than the new one who print, who might be supposed for the in circulation now. So, I mean, it is very clear. I sure say the people of this country don't know now, clearly say this government, this administration not get solution, and they know we are the solution. And that make them.
All right, Tunis, I want to stay on that track there. I want to stay on that track there as to waiting why people then for, if people in one votes President Bio, why APC forbid the alternative?
Okay, let's take it simple. APC meet rest 60,000. Where it come with all of the economic hardship, with all of the Ebola and crisis they will get, we able to manage rest only go 200,000 in 10 years. 200,000 in 10 years. And even with that, we were paying salaries. We increased minimum wage from 25,000 leons to 500,000. So even with all of the hardship, your minimum wage be able to buy you a bag of rice and change left. And we also implement other areas who will make sure we cushion. People not be the filler, like will be the subsidized tuition for students in a college, will be the pay up to 75% of college tuition. Of course, will be the pay for all girl picking them, will be the offer science from primary school all the way to university level. Will be get SLG, will be the offer also, whatever I can replace with student loans. We also be the create a lot of employment, both at the formal sector and the informal sector. So money be the flow. People be they get money for take care of themselves, then they don't disappear. If you keep SLPP for 5 more years, you take rest from 200,000 to now 600,000, 650, 700,000. That is almost 500,000 added in 5 years. So if you give them another 5 years, you will be buying rice over 1,100,000 with a minimum wage of 600,000. So nobody will be able to afford in daily life. That in itself alone is enough for less Australians. And like, one vote, that one day for ring a bell to you say, I better get up, go collect my card, and prepare myself for vote this government out in 2023. From where they come, the division of this country, Rachel, is so much. The country don't become so polarized along tribal lines, along regional divide, to a point that even when they give job, you get certain names and they get for frown at you. The few of us were liberal. We want for ensure we keep this country together. Then they see we as enemies, then they frown at we. That is not the Sierra Leone we want. We want a Sierra Leone who will make sure we create opportunity for everybody, like what President Ernest Bai Krumah did, where he take people from the SLPP parliament and made them ministers, SLPP members of parliament, SLPP former members of parliament were made board members. You get every tribe being represented in a cabinet, in a governance. They don't move nobody in a job because it belongs to a tribe or in a SLPP. We in a country we get intertribal relationships. Many they marry Timni, they marry Dimba. We all go to schools together. We cannot have a government where they continue for divide. And if we they follow the small.
Okay, I think we don't get small.
Yeah, now, get a phone call. When you get a phone call.
Why would they give the people of this country real messages of hope? How we go rebuild the economy back? How we go restore hope? How we go build back with education system, with healthcare system? For God's sake, Rachel, you know when we be introduced to free healthcare, we rehabilitate every single hospital. Before the free healthcare Egerton, we dey enter na some theater, na candle, then they light for do operation. They not get anesthetic. Raw needle. Now them they use for do operation on people. You can imagine the pain. Former President Nkrumah, we tour this country, we rehabilitate every hospital, every theater, we bring them to standard. Got more than 11,000 hospital beds, improve the conditions of service for teachers before we introduce the free healthcare. And we know the lives we saved.
So Tunis, before Shabba come inside.
Disappear, Richard. Our hospitals are worse.
I know.
Like, people they die.
Okay, let me just come inside a little bit before Shabba SF can come in. As you say, you talk about the president's former president Nkrumah, what he don't do. I mean, the things that we don't do. We want for know what in Samoa India can do, you know, because they're two different people. So we want for know whether it can toe the line, it can ride piggyback on former president Nkrumah in successes that way it don't make, and also build on it. What is he coming to do? What is he coming to do?
We will first of all review everything that happen now. First of all, Samurai experience, it don't be part of every development strategy we don't get at that country. Unfortunately, we always get break in developmental implementations. In the first place, waiting Samurai Camera don't develop, now waiting we call generational development strategy. We don't develop a strategy that when we begin the implementation, this country, regardless of which government comes, they don't need for change anything. We just need for continue for implement no more, because we want for ensure say the strategies we will get every generation we just go to add and improve. We don't take off as far as
I think the calls that they bother them a lot, but you know, Shabba, let's talk a little bit, and then as we wait for Sidi Tunis, and you know everybody want for you waiting somewhere can do. You don't think so?
Of course, yes, because you know they say governments now continuity, never mind President Bio, wake come and not continue. I wonder, to me honestly, I wonder what's in if you APC the win, who's that somewhere for take and form, who's that for continue form. Who's that for continue form?
I know, because we want for no, or people that want for no. I mean, a lot of people they're on the fence because you know they always they say APC and said people are the same, people are the same thing. You know, Alassane, Alusine, the same. But we want to see waiting. People that want to know, yeah, what's in Samoa can do. Because I used to remember where President Nkrumah, former President Nkrumah, I think 2007. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, he said I think first 100 days.
Yeah,
he go light. He go make sure say he light Freetown. I mean, those are some of the things that people want for know. What's in the short-term plan of Samoa Kamara? If people, if Sierra Leoneans then vote, I mean, what's going to be the short-term plan? What's going to be the medium-term plan? What's going to be the long-term plan? What's going to be some of the policies then?
Well, I think very soon they'll launch the manifesto. We go see what's in the inside it, because President this is what I think I want for ask Sidi, because you know the please. What's in President Nkrumah don't do, but when President Bio come say no, it's not a revolt, you know, it's not in a bank, that's economic. So I still understand who say President Bio take them from where it take power from April 4, 2018, what he meets President Nkrumah don't do where it take from, because it's nothing past with the bank governor come can say we see President Nkrumah left about $500 million at the account at a bank. So
yeah, I mean,
if
let's try to get.
If Samura take off office after April 4, June 24, we'll see you meet at the bank. So they don't mean that, you know, because the bank governor
like you say, no.
The bank governor don't care. He don't care. He say, I don't know the bank today. The man with the brother, I don't understand. The man with the brother, why waste $68 million? Therefore, not arrest the bank governor. That's the first thing with this government for don't do.
No, but me and you know, there are some things.
Corruption.
That's
corruption only for the highest degree.
Well, like I said just now, if they ask me what's up, President, it's unfortunate that this government and President Bio started off with propaganda or lying to the people of Sierra Leone, and all waiting. Yesterday, I've been listening about, you know, the people's opinion, waiting and think about President Bio in 5 years, and people were like, I mean, President Bio promised we this, promised we that, but we haven't seen anything tangible. You know, anything we go see with young Koroko, yeah, he said this is what, you know, that is good. This is what is happening. They haven't seen anything. And a lot of people were voted for President Bio because they want to change. They were tired of their sister or their brother Alassane, you know, and they voted Alusine, and they are really, really disappointed, you know, with all of waiting don't go on. So, you know, all the promises, the corruption we come for confet, and the corruption they right under in us in real time. So, yeah, I mean, these are all.
President Bio make a big blunder where he allowed the bank governor for left the country. Mysterious.
I don't tell you say waiting at the proof. I don't tell you say
Bio really can't fight corruption.
Egerton, I don't tell you say waiting at the proof for sure say that bank governor even left Sierra Leone if they're not shut him down because he knows too much. I mean I can't rule anything on the table with so much going on. We haven't seen any evidence of him leaving the country, and then say he can't America, and not say in family they America, Egerton, in family they America, but we haven't seen anything. Where Suvula come from the airports, we come here catch him, he capture him, everything. Suvula, you know, they flex around, don't he say, nah, medically calm, but they flex around the place. But so if for dear bank governor can America, definitely, I mean, come here for them pick him up one way or the other. So we don't know what is going on. We don't know if they're not shut down a salon. We don't know. We don't know.
And so full of self anyway. Let me bring you back. Sidi. Welcome back, Sidi.
Sidi, I know they go again because it really cuts people. When the people are diving inside,
you look like somebody they deliberately play with the network. Well, I know.
So yes, like we say, I want to let you just finish because we have a lot to unpack quickly. Let me just run through some of the issues. Issues there. So please, waiting Samura go can't do other than waiting former President Nkrumah. Don't do. People want to know what's in short-term plan. Like I said before you left, when former President Nkrumah came in 2007, I think, what he did the campaign, he still in short-term plan. He said, I think in the next 100 days, at the light Sierra Leone or at the light Freetown, where he come, he do him. And he talk about some short-term plan that will be really people that mean gravitate to and vote for him. So what's it gonna make people and gravitate to Samura Kamara, especially the people that are on the fence, the one that were there on the fence? What's in some of the things we go gravitate to?
So in the first place, the one major thing we need first, we need for reunite the country, build cohesion, build peace and national cohesion among we. That is a must. Because for we able for harness with full potential, we get for it together. That is one. Secondly, we also need for quickly address the economic problems we will get, for make sure say we make the economy affordable again. The people of this country not able to afford their daily lives. It's just too much expensive for we. So we need for quickly address the economic problems. We get for look at the fuel price. We get for look at the transportation price. We get for look at the prices for food items. You know, people and daily bread, the food items, rest, you know, oil and all of them things. And we also get for now, whilst we do that, we get for look at with other social problems them again. Healthcare, education, agriculture. Agriculture now one area we don't get lip service all these years. We need for put a lot of attention there immediately, and then also justice.
All right, let me just ride on waiting. Yeah, Tunis don't say so far about the plans them way Dr. Samoa gets. The immediate one there. What do you think about that? You talk about for bridge the gap, you know, because the political divide, the regional in the regional lines and all tribe and all that. Say one for bringing the country together. What do you think about that? They talk about the economic.
Even in the education, they for looking through them, but President Bill say, this video. President Bill say, don't spend millions of dollars for our education. Make us spend this video for family. Make them see.
186,000 we are able to attempt the WASP. Why? Because all of you sitting here, or 95% of you sitting here, we are paid for by government of Sierra Leone. Paid for to take the WASP exams. Now let us look at the change. Let us look at the change again as we sit here.
Shabba, wait. You know it's how they laugh. You know it's how they laugh. Now where it says 95 of you people sitting here, you know, the government pay for una sit down and they're like, hey. You know, this government don't set record. That's all I can say. They don't set record and don't break record. You know, and not a good record. They don't.
It's bad. It's bad. Make good a big class.
You know, even the students and the graduates there.
Tell us now we pay for now. Come on.
Yes, even the graduates and the all of us. Because some man, my mama is sweat. Now in papa is sweat. On a use sufferness that use.
That mommy didn't market so suffer for him picking.
Yes. Don't pay for and say don't graduate so. Then you they can lie over my head.
On video. I play back on table.
Last year, 186,000 we are able to attempt the WASP. Why? Because all of you sitting here, or 95% of you sitting here, we are paid for by government of Sierra Leone. Paid for to take the one.
One graduate. I said, "Mommy, makes you." Huh? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Come on, man. Come on.
You know, I mean, with a laugh no more, but I mean, them people here, so they take salon people like any kind thing, you know. I mean, how could you? Because they lie to the life and the people of Sierra Leone, you lie and even the graduates always sit down and you lie and the way you know say what you they talk not to true. That make them like they begin look at themselves. Almost o'clock, who's time? I mean, this is so sad, but you know, Sidi Tunis begin cow with some things there where I feel say salon people and go one for Yeri, where according to her it says Samora one for can do. You know, we all want unity in a salon. We know how we don't divide. How the country don't divide.
Very important.
It's very, very important to make that be a short-term, immediate plan for Dr. Samoa Kamara, where it don't highlight now. So it also highlights say Diango can able Samuel Kamago can able for cushion the effect. To remember say former president Bio say he not go able for cushion the effect. So there is nothing he can do. He cannot help Sierra Leoneans. So Samuel, according to Tunis, it says Samuel your plan.
Not yours.
We've spoken to people and they've said that it's because of economic hardship that prompted them or that propelled them to go out on the streets to demonstrate. And what are you doing to address economic hardships in this country?
With the prices of things just going up, I cannot protect the people of this country.
I mean, there you go. Not my words, not your words, but the words of the president. The words of President MBO. So for say we make them up. I cannot protect the people of Sierra Leone. I mean, he has lost. He's failed from all aspects of leadership as far as I see, as far as I am concerned, and that is my own opinion and view. President MBO don't lost. He don't fail for lead the people of Sierra Leone. He don't fail as a leader.
Why Sierra Leone has forget another 5 years where he say you know for
protect the people of Sierra Leone? I mean, this is just enough.
This is the question. Why Sierra Leone forgive President Bio 5 years where he say he not going for protect Sierra Leoneans?
I mean, this is just enough for Salon people and for understand say, I mean, this president cannot protect us. This president cannot cushion the effect of the economic crisis, as the BBC journalist asked him. He cannot, clearly.
Recently, President Bio say he advised in SLPP family and tell and say you're not going for provide security for them. So they're going for secure themselves. They're going to protect themselves. You as a president, you know, one of the things that this is what they talk on this platform, we people see like I say, now let president but now the certain things that it's on video, it's on audio, when they talk, they tell Salon people them, they tell the supporters, I'm not going to provide security for that. So why people have voted you in 2018?
I mean, these are just reckless statements.
Able for protect lives and property and the country. No matter you have to make people and give another 5 years. Come on, man.
These are reckless statements. Like I say, if he gets all the opportunity at that time where the interview, where the BBC reporter interview him, if he gets all that spotlight, if he gets all. That was a missed opportunity for President Bio at that time. That was total missed opportunity because that not the time where if we don't sell himself out. That not the time where if we don't talk.
If we get another opportunity before 2018, I'll play this video for people in Mark.
What will be the consequences for the country if that will happen, if the elections will be really postponed?
Very dire consequences, as you know. We are all set. We've been preparing for this for the past 5 years, and everything is set. We have international observers here. Quite a lot of money has been spent for this particular occasion, and we see no reason why it should be postponed. The only reason that is there is because the president wants to postpone. But we have the constitution, and there is no reason why it should not be held on the 27th. I will not hesitate to call the people of this country to come out and defend peace, security, and the democracy we have fought for. I didn't fight for democracy alone. This whole nation fought for it. And I think we should rise up to make sure that democracy is maintained.
Well, I'll make a disclaimer quick. I'm voting right on this video, not to read right on the, but you know, this now President Bio, the time where he on in campaign say if they postpone the election, it will pulling people in.
And now hesitate.
Now people have come out now streets now for protests. They go kill people, but these are the same man. Before you take the oath, he say if they postpone the election, just postpone the election, and go pulling people in. But Sierra Leoneans them come on at streets August 10. Come on at streets August 10. Peaceful protesters them come on at streets. They kill them.
Yeah, I mean, these are all unfortunate statements where President Bio don't they make before and now, and I feel say
and it continue for the minute.
Yeah, it continue for the reckless statement again. Yeah, continue for the making a reckless statement today. And it's like, I mean, he hasn't, as far as, if you ask me in one word about President Bio, I mean, no hard feelings, but he hasn't shown no sign of leadership. He hasn't proven that. He not show Sierra Leone that sign of leadership to the country and the people as a whole. I mean, how could you, as a president, say that with the prices, the increase of prices, that you cannot protect the people of Sierra Leone? You also make during the campaign or during your waka waka that some of the regions say you say you're not going for protect and people level let everybody try for protecting them because we not get enough police and whatever for protecting one whole country. Those are reckless statements. It clearly you don't show say you cannot lead the people of Sierra Leone. You cannot. You're not a leader, because any serious-minded leader should not even make for 1 second those reckless statements. I mean, there are better ways to say.
And all the statements they're on records, videos, as well as audios. We make up.
There are better ways to talk about the economy when you ask as a president or as a leader. There are better ways to say it. I mean, just say would they try is not easy. Around the world, it's not easy. But as a president, I will try. I have heard you. I have listened to you. I don't hear Runa. You know, those kind of words. That's what the people needed at that time during August 10. People just we want for Yeri president and Bio say talk. You sabi we don't salon people them. Won't make alala just one for normal lady person talk. Where is he talk? What don't forget. Go so. You know, I think that was what the people were yearning for at that time. For make President Bio just say, yes, my people, I understand you. I get it. I will try and fix it. All of them what they did. Now that's no more Sierra Leone people that we want. But you ignore the people of Sierra Leone. You call them horrible names. The people that we want for votes for you back, they call them horrible names. I mean, this is just a pathetic situation for Sierra Leone and USA will find himself as a country at this time. At this time in President Bio, in 5 years, Sierra Leone are one of the poorest, and the second poorest country in the world. I mean, these are all things that this government should be ashamed of, with all the accolades, with all the.
I want to ask Sierra Leoneans them waiting at the diaspora how they feel where they see this. Where you gonna Google check about the poorest country in the world with this second. How you feel
under President Bio and watch?
President Bio and watch. How you feel? What did they for motivate you, for make you tell somebody we're not coming from Sierra Leone for tell and say, oh, these are the reasons why make we country that the poorest country in the world. What you get for tell somebody we're not coming from Sierra Leone? Say these are the reasons why make we country that one of the poorest country in the world. But you see them, you support this government because of tribe.
Yeah, I mean, it has always been like that.
It's sad.
And I mean, you know, if I have the opportunity anytime I have the opportunity to come on, you know, on different platforms, I just want to encourage Sierra Leoneans then, make we stop for the vote on tribal and regional lines. If we do that one day, Sierra Leone will develop. If we stop for votes because now we AI come out, now me region come out, now me tribesman. If we can stop that, honestly, Sierra Leone go develop. You know why, Egerton? You know why I'm saying this? I mean, we've seen at this part of the world where we day, even Democrats supporter there. If they no say this policy where them put before, you need to support the policies the way and get interest from. You need to support things same way they want for make you support or do things that they will not even vote you again. They rather not vote. They will not go vote you again because me a Democrat or because me a Republicans. So if we begin for do that as Sierra Leoneans same, honestly, we go see changes because them presidents here or them people here, what them presidential candidate from the APC to the SLPP and so on, from NGC and so on. If they not say Salon people and they vote again by region, by tribe, trust me, they go step up. But they not say Salon people we get that sentiment, that regional sentiment, that tribe and religion sentiment, whether the president woko, whether you know woko, the president no say when he ready for a second term, then go give him back. In people, yes, go vote for him. Or where go McKinney go vote for him.
Yes, you know, enough of
this is the thing. So whether they work, they not work, they not say them people when they come on that side, they go vote for them. So this is something we should stop. As Sierra Leoneans, them, may we vote for leaders, them we get good policies. May we vote for leaders, them we get good track record. Let we vote for leaders that will not say go able to get the job done. These are some of the things that we criteria where we go look. As a Sierra Leonean.
Well, I hate to say this, but you get some Sierra Leoneans where they get this primitive mentality. So a lot of them when they near diaspora, they get this primitive mentality. Oh. Even if a president work, once Nami try to come out, we go vote for him, we go support him, we go raise funds for him, they make their fundraising, get thousands of dollars, send them for making campaign back. We will not see what team president be done do. Primitive mentality. It's so sad.
I mean, I keep saying it, and I want to make Salon people reflect on some of these things what we don't outline. So, if only Sierra Leoneans them, this is the way forward. If we not really want change, if we not really want to make Sierra Leone develop, let we begin for look at the people that we want put before, like presidents. Let we begin for look at their track record. Lord, begin for look at who can get the job done. Lord, begin for look at the person, the people that we surround them. Lord, we also begin for look at the things that what the person we don't do in the past, and believe say yes, this person will put on at this position, it can get the job done. If we do that, Salon go before. But if we don't, we steal the vote. Say this person nami Kamakwe or nami Longsa or nami Potloko or nami Bo or nami Kenema brother. No vote for and you are Alexa they do nothing. No vote for him. That's not that's what they get wrong. Now that's not outside Salon people when they go wrong.
This was
only we can change our mindset. Because them presidential what will they get? They're in their own mind. In their own mind. They're woko, they're not woko. Then fulfill and promise, they're not fulfill and promise. Then tifo, they're not tifo. They no say when they come back for another time. Guess what? My tribesman will vote for me.
Oh yes.
My region man will go vote for me. My religious man go vote for me. And that's the pattern. That's the pattern. So I don't complain again, I don't complain because now we don't empower them politicians also. Instead of they empowering us, now we they empower them every year, every day, every 5 years. Now we they empower them politicians. So if una begin for stop for vote on tribal and regional lines, then Salogo develop. Otherwise, make we not complain again. Make we not complain. Because, I mean, we they see the clarity in this government. We they see all the promises them. Even when they're at the manifesto, don't talk about the one, don't talk about even the one that way they talk to. The one that we at the manifesto. You know, even do a pinch of it. And yet you have people we go die for them. You have people we go argue for them. You have people who go say, I'm gonna vote him back. With all this economic hardship, and you haven't done anything to cushion the effect of this economic hardship of you people then. You haven't done anything. The people they feel that change day. The people they feel that direction day where you claim say you carry and go. And people still they argue, they pull close for fat for you. Say, oh, I mean, we will vote him back. It's up to you guys, Sierra Leoneans, honestly. Me, oh, see me so then I want cold water at the drink. I want eat at the eat. I mean, God forbid anything happen to me. They call 911. BAP, police, what he said don't come. Now, emergency don't come. I mean, everything is here. So if some of us are talking, not because we get who's kind interest, but because we want to make this kind thing what they enjoy in this part of the world, we want to make themselves in a salon enjoy them. And not so magic. We have all what it takes. Egerton, we get all what it takes for let we live a better life in our country. We get everything. We get everything for make we live a better life in Sierra Leone. Only if we choose a leader when no say he go able to get the job done. Only if we choose a leader when no say he gets a good track record, it gets a good performance track record. Not
that please guy in video, please.
One thing about, I've said it, this government is good in rhetorics. My sister was just mentioning bridge and all this white elephant programs. They're good. You've just hit the nail there. About over $300 million. That's why we imported rice and other commodities for us to eat. 300 million US dollars. Money we should be using here in agriculture. Now, if you see the percentage that this government allocated to agriculture, it's a minute. So if you are saying things, and in reality, there's not much money, where are the farms they're talking about? This is 22 months, for goodness sake. The time is of essence. I've said it earlier, nobody begged President Julius Maada Bio to come in governance, to run for president. He spent 22 months going around this country to say, I'm going to fix things. I'm bringing a new direction. And this direction is a lost direction now. Because I know for sure that the agriculture, when you, for example now, the rice you were talking about, the local rice is more expensive than the imported rice due to the transportation and some other things. So if government is really serious, it's not just telling ministers or top government officials to go build farms. No. Empower the women, empower the farmers. Have money allocated for farmers. Every developed country do that. America has a whole bank called a farmers bank where farmers go to borrow money to farm. They do that. Be serious. You know, Samuel, when you use propaganda and lies to control the economy, I've said this before. 2000, the judges of this country are the people. Come 2023, they are going to judge. I'm just saying things here to help President Julius Maada be a better president. That's why I'm opposing. Because come 2023, the real judge is not going to be Mohamed Kamarimba. It's going to be the people. And these people will understand that. You know what? You've been talking about economy, farming, agriculture, and all of that, but now, and that's what I said, he is going to be a one-time president, a OTP club that's already formed in West Africa. Goodluck Jonathan is there, Mahama is there, and President Bio would definitely be there if he doesn't buckle up and raise the bar and govern well. I've told them last month, he has about 20 months to do this. The past 20 months or 22 months is a complete failure. I know for sure there's a word there, it said, we inherited a hopeless government, hopeless economy. So for me, now, they've really transformed from hopeless to useless. To me, this government is not useful. Because for the past 22 months, extreme and excruciating hardship, Samuel, and lack of employment. You can see a lot of things going bad in this country, and even security is not too good for the country. So we need to understand that you're not just talking about hopeless, you're talking about useless government going forward.
Well, that's now Kamarimba, you know, Rachel, you know, I can never play this video.
Come on, you know, I mean, you know, anytime I see,
well, because my people are saying we still get small technical problem with bringing Sidi, anyways.
Yes, I mean, Kamarimba, they saw it coming with Kamarimba, because you know, waste any time for fire the President Bio administration as they begin get along. Him as a politician not waste any time for fire back at them, because waiting do them in come with so much hope, which so much things say what they say they can't do, they can't change. So I mean, each time I see, you know, at the Yeri camera in video, I'm like, I wish, I mean, it was out, and they saw it coming, so now they just shut them down so quickly. They shut him down so quickly because I mean, he was becoming very powerful. His voice was becoming very, very powerful. It's sad. So those are some of the things that, you know, we keep highlighting during the administration of President Bio.
Well, why would they get so small? Would they get some small?
Yeah, you say what more span something quick. Yeah,
Sidi will wrap up now, and we might be come back tomorrow with Sidi. But before we wrap up, we want for Rob Mott quick. This voters ID card for make una go take una voters ID card. Never mind, we see so many problems them for this voters ID card. I'll just make us play this video quick.
Cards printed.
Well, the cards were printed in Greece, out of Sierra Leone, offshore. But of course, the vendor has a local partner. The vendor has a local partner. The issue is the most responsive bidder actually got the contract. We went through ECSL went through the process, through the international bidding process, though restrictive. Out of the 9 companies that were contacted, 2 responded, and of the 2, the most responsive actually won the bid. But of course, like the law states, even if you are an international company, you must have local partners, and there is a local partner which we are communicating with, and with all of these concerns that have been raised, I'm sure there are also Sierra Leoneans. They are seeing what is happening, they are realizing what is happening. I'm sure if they are Sierra Leoneans, they may also have taken their cards, so they know. So
was it the responsibility of the commission to do background check on this company, or it's or the local partner? Because I have actually checked the name of the company that is put in that press release from Inform Liquors or so, Inform P Liquors Holdings. It's a Romanian company.
They make the ID card like Greece. I still don't understand. If I'm fine for make Sidi, can I explain to you, because him get more input about this voters ID card, but we still encourage family people from me go take a voters ID card. We see so many problems there by this voters ID card. Look some man in face. You don't even see the face. You don't even see the person face. So if this person not go vote or somebody take him in ID card, he go still go vote with the ID card. I think say APC when at the opposition leader right now, they need for step up. They need for step up at this voters ID card, and then really need for taking action ASAP.
Yeah, me just want for ask you, because Yusuf gets some you know, IT cybersecurity background a little bit, and I see yesterday where then they ask name this is the ECSL guy, I don't know, Masako or something. Well, what did they ask about the security? What way they throw in at the card, the barcodes? When they take you any side, this barcode now for you know, useful to the people of Sierra Leone. It's just useful to them, you know. And he also talk about say the ID card. It only they serve the purpose of just for election day. After election day, it not get no use. Wherein before now we don't see what they do ID cards and voter registration cards them, where people and they go use them for go open bank accounts and do some other things them, you know, with a voter ID card. But this one is say no, it's only for the purpose of voting, and that's it, and just this voting, and that's it. And they talk about the security. So the whole security, the barcode where they put say not useful according to Salon people them. I mean, now for the you use no more. And I know say Egerton, you get a little bit of IT cybersecurity background, and I think we don't go length and breadth of the whole catch here. And I want to make you just share your idea quickly. And like you said, the opposition need for step up, because from all indication, what you and I don't see here, some of us who have the know-how say these people are not win the election and not rig the election before the election day. Over to you, Egerton.
Well, me now, I know for some reason, I don't want to go in depth on social media. You will find for make a talk to one or two of them where they inside APC concerned about this card. But honestly, like I said, APC they need to take immediate action. You see the barcode now, and when you take your phone, you close to this barcode, all the information within this ID, if immediately for kind of your phone and for tell you the center where you go vote. But I see one number where they put where you call where you text what number they or whatever, it'll take you go to if now. Let me for an example, if now Western area Lumley you vote, you register, it'll take you now Kenema, which of course not to so if for B. Also you register where the barcode, you take your phone, your camera, it scan them, all the information within your card, all the information. Who say if you go vote, if we did it, but we'll not see a day. And if APC not take action immediately, I believe say they don't build the ball over the head. They don't build the ball over the head. This particular voter's card. If they don't take action, they don't build the ball over the head. It gets a lot of impact by this election. If they don't take action immediately.
Yeah, and I agree. And I agree with you.
I see the first one I see this barcode. That's okay. Let's check this thing. Why make that check? You know the work. That's so why do I put on it for? They're saying that for just for them, and enough for Biso. Enough for Biso. If we put security, it does. I make an example. We got to have a license there. If you go start to store the way you go by, you put the driver license, and then scan them. When they scan them, they will see all the information in there. You know, hide to you. You see all the information. So why if we hide to you when you get your information?
Yeah, therefore useful. If we're useful for them, but it's not useful for you. You know, you look at the citizen, it's not useful to you, the security is not useful to you, but useful to them.
After the election, and if you're useful, all our political parties then.
Right.
But just useful to now. So it's
so there's a tendency, whether even there's a tendency. The whole thing don't play. And like you said, if APC, one of the majority opposition party, if they not step up on this ID card business, then don't bail the ball over una head, because it's a clear indication that the election has been won even before the election day. And if you find out, you find out, say, when people they're discouraging people from laminating it again, because say the ID card week and stuff, people that want to go laminate them, they are also discouraging people for give them an extra layer for laminator more. They're discouraging people on that. So there are a lot of things where APC need for fan IT specialists, because some of us know, Shabba, you know, and people are whether into security, cyber security, and all information and all of that, where they need for look at this barcode. That is why these people are so confident they're going to win the election, whether President work or not work. So una need for step up opposition parties. Una need for step up, because this is not the last stage. If you guys miss it on this last stage, and that's it.
It's over.
If una miss them,
it's over.
On this last stage, that's it.
And honestly,
that's it. With the ID card.
I don't see any cam.
That's it.
I don't see any cam. I look this ID card. I go into details. First of all, the one I think that the director or whatever, where they interview once in an AYV, where they tell people and say how the voters card now grease, then go print them, and they ask her what's happening, why they delay. He say how the airport shut down. He said that the airport shut down and get a protest that they call grease. The airport shut down immediately. These are the problem we say. We know they do find this.
No, we know they find out. No.
Yes. Immediately. Immediately I find out the airport not shut down. The people I talk to, United Airlines, they tell me, say the next morning, the day the next I call them, they say the next morning, 6 o'clock, they fly to Greece. They fly to Greece. The airport not shut down, the airport open. But them people, like I tell you, say,
and we have people, some people they verify. They need verify.
For that, they begin to me find this. Now I want for wait, let's see where this card, where the card, why do me find this? Now so, oh, if you APC not be careful,
yeah, something is wrong with that card. Where some of you don't know. Something is wrong. Something is on there. Where Salon people do not know. Where give this government the confidence that the election has been won with this ID card. So the opposition party they need for step up.
They for take action.
The opposition party they need for step up, because if we not get them wrong now, that's it. That is it. Something is not right with this card.
You know go give this. You know go give school picking, primary school picking and save this kind of card. Just imagine, you know, primary school picking and save this kind of card.
Something is not wrong, and also then they discourage people for make them not even laminate the card more. Oh, okay, so no, there's no need for lamination. The card, okay, so and una also no say after the election the card not good enough good again.
Not valid again, yeah.
Not valid again. It they serve no purpose. Silence, una get for pay attention. Una get for pay attention. After the election, that's it. The card not valid again. You know, carry another bank. You know, do nothing with her because what it do, it don't serve the purpose where they want.
When we talk like and say what the insights, but these are some of the reasons people for turn up for protests.
You know,
these are the people for protests.
These are some of the things that we want for hearing from the opposition party. Let's allow people to know what are some of the steps them where they don't take with regards to the ID cards. But trust me, say allow people, everybody get for wake up and everybody get for think ahead. Get for think ahead. The election has been won already before the election day. So una get for think ahead.
Well, family, we might be there back tomorrow with Sidi. We'll discuss about things the way we now discuss it with him. Then we're going to talk also about April 27 later on. So so we will left una stay blessed, una continue for share this live. Thank you very much. Una stay with you, una comments and questions then. And we'll be there back tomorrow to have a pleasant weekend.